Heading back to school brings a feeling of newness and possibility, and the realization that you have a great opportunity to hit reset on so many of our family's routines. And it's the perfect time to incorporate more intention in how we approach life as a family. But so often, once those first days of school have begun, we quickly realize that things are not coming together in quite the way that we had hoped. And in today's episode, I'm just here to give you a little bit of that encouragement that you might be looking for if you've been feeling like your best laid plans are falling short. If that's what you need more of in your life today, you're in the right place. Let's simplify things together. I'm Erin Christopoulos, a mother of two and teacher-turned-mom strategist who puts the pieces of mom life together so you don't have to. I get that you're short on time and don't have the capacity to figure out everything on your own, which is why I'm here to help you get clear on where to put your focus while protecting your time and energy so you can actually enjoy these years with your little ones. I'm ditching the overwhelming and unrealistic one-size-fits-all tactics and replacing them with an approach that's practical and personal, because I believe your family is one of a kind with its own qualities and values that deserve an adaptable approach, offering support and encouragement where you need it most. From honest conversations and mindset shifts to practical tips and sustainable strategies, consider this your customizable guide to mom life. With the tools and resources you need at your fingertips, you'll finally have the confidence and clarity you need to bring more intention and ease to everyday life so that you and your family thrive. This is the Mom Life Handbook. If you're anything like me, you probably look forward to your kids going to school and having a little bit of time, hopefully back to yourself, or to feel like maybe you can separate the many roles that you maintain on a day-to-day basis. And ultimately, things do settle in over time. But unfortunately, the transition never seems to happen quite as smoothly as we had hoped. Now, back to school season is nothing new to me. As an educator myself, I have been through the back to school season for over a decade. And while maybe setting up structures and routines in my classroom served me and my students well, things never seem to play out as smoothly at home. And it took me far too long to realize that that's just how it is. And that it's okay. It's not a sign that I'm doing anything wrong or that my plans aren't the right fit for our family. It's just that I need to remember that our family moves at its own unique pace. And I'm also trying to cohabitate with the people that I'm also trying to shape and mold and get compliance from. So the pace is going to be a little bit different. If you are feeling like you started out the year strong and things have reverted back to what they were, or maybe they didn't start out strong at all, I'm here to reassure you that all hope is not lost. Transition takes time. New habits take time. We are so intimately in tune with what our needs are, our family's needs are, and it's easy to concoct a great plan, but then its execution becomes much more difficult because we often bite off more than we can chew. So I'm here today to remind you, it's okay to have a vision for what you want your daily routines and rhythms to look like for your family. And I want you to hold on to those dreams, and I don't want you to lose sight of them. I also, at the same time, want to give you the reminder that it's okay to take it slow. I always say, slow is fast. Take your time easing into the school year. Take your time helping your children get used to their expectations and the routines that they're having to learn. It's okay if it's taking longer to make progress, because ultimately, if you go slow, you're going to find that you're laying down roots. And those roots are what are going to hold your family in place throughout the school year. So don't sell yourself short. It's okay if you are taking your time. And to help you really manage your expectations and keep them realistic without causing yourself undue guilt or stress, I put together 5 affirmations that I hope you'll find reassuring and comforting as maybe you're feeling a little frustrated right now. Are you feeling like you can never quite get everything done in a day? Me too, mama. That's why I created a free downloadable guide full of practical strategies to help you get the most out of your day. 5 Productivity Secrets for Busy Moms is the practical guide you need to finally start getting the most out of your day without compromising on time with your family. Head to momlifehandbook.com/productivity guide and download your free copy today. So as you're listening, I recommend just grab a Post-it note. And if you hear one of these affirmations that you like, jot it down. Hang it up where you're going to see it every day. Or write all 5 down and put these Post-its up around the house or in the car, wherever you feel like you're going to need them the most. I'll also make sure to put them in the show notes in case you want to come back to them later. So the first one is, I am capable of adapting to change and finding balance again. The change is hard, but you are more than capable of shifting wherever the changes need to happen and finding a new normal for yourself and for your family. I know, though, it's easy to lose sight of that when you're in the thick of things, but just remember, you've adapted a lot since becoming a mom, and the transition in this back to school season is no exception. Each day is a fresh start, not a continuation of yesterday's challenges. It's so easy to spiral when we think about how many days things have gone wrong or not the way we expected. So remind yourself that each day is a fresh start. And maybe that fresh start only lasts 5 or 10 minutes, but each day you're going to see that it's that new beginning that gives you the hope, and you'll start to see the small changes, the small bits of progress that add up over time. And those really make a great difference. Third, my value as a mom is not measured by the smoothness of our routine. It's really easy to use the smoothness of our routines as our measuring stick to determine, am I doing this right? Am I doing a good enough job? And then we start to try to control what our kids are doing, or we get frustrated with them when things aren't going the way we expected, because we really view them as a reflection on our effectiveness as parents. So just remember that it is completely separate from who you are and just how incredible you are as a mom to your kids. Fourth, it's okay to feel overwhelmed. It doesn't mean I'm failing. It just means you're having a hard time. Give yourself the grace, the love, and the support you need to really feel that in those moments when you're overwhelmed. It doesn't mean you're failing. You're just feeling overwhelmed. Who you are is not defined by how you are feeling. And lastly, I trust that things will fall into place as we adjust to this new season. Trust the process, embrace it, and I think you're going to find that everything will smooth out and there will be opportunities to iterate, shift, and evolve as the year goes on. So right now, just give yourself that baseline. Choose the bare minimum that you're hoping to accomplish, say, in the morning before you get out the door. What is the bare minimum? Just work toward achieving that on a consistent basis over time. And then when you're ready, add on to it. It's okay to take your time. I hope that these affirmations and this conversation have been the encouragement that you needed this week. Remember to go into the show notes and jot down any of these affirmations that really resonated with you. Give yourself the love and encouragement that you need every day to make it through this tough transition into your new normal. And as we wrap up this week's episode, remember, mom life is complex, but it doesn't have to be complicated. Here's to leading with purpose and intention as you simplify mom life in the week ahead. You've just finished another episode of the Mom Life Handbook podcast. Remember to check out the episode description for all the important links and highlights from today's show. While you're there, tap the subscribe button so that new episodes are always at your fingertips. Before you go, I'd really appreciate hearing your thoughts about the show. It takes as little as 30 seconds to leave a review, and your honest thoughts help me create a better show and help other moms discover it too. And if this episode really helped you out, go ahead and hit the share button to text it to a friend or share it on social media. You never know who in your life might benefit from a little extra support. Don't forget, there are lots of ways to stay connected beyond the podcast. Head over to momlifehandbook.com for additional resources or to learn about how to work with me. And be sure to follow along on Instagram at momlifehandbook. Send me a DM to say hey or to share your thoughts on today's episode. Connecting with you personally is what I really love most. And just in case you need to hear it today, you're doing an incredible job. I know it doesn't always feel like it, but you're here, learning how to be better and do better. Keep working to bring more intention and ease into your life, and know that I'm right here cheering you on. You're creating a beautiful journey for you and your family. I am so proud of you.